Most small business owners don't have a workload problem. They have a systems problem. And once you fix that, a surprising amount of your daily work just disappears. Right now, your day probably feels full. You're answering emails, following up with leads, replying to customers, creating content, handling admin work, and it never really stops. It just resets the next day and starts all over again. That's not because your business is growing too fast. It's because too much of what you're doing is repetitive. And repetition is exactly what AI is supposed to remove. But most people use AI the wrong way. They use it to work faster. They'll open ChatGPT, paste something in, get a response, tweak it, copy it, send it. And sure, it saves a little time, but you're still doing the work. That's the mistake. AI isn't supposed to make you faster. It's supposed to eliminate the work entirely. And once you understand that shift, everything changes because every task in your business follows the same basic structure. There's an input, there's some kind of processing, and then there's an output. That's it. Every email, every lead, every request, every task, it all follows that same pattern. And once you see that, you can start building systems instead of doing everything manually. So let's break that down in a real world way. First, the input. This is anything that comes into your business. An email from a customer, a message from a lead, a form submission, a request for information. This is the trigger point. Instead of you opening it, reading it, and figuring out what to do, you can have AI step in immediately. That brings us to the second part, which is processing. This is where most of your time gets wasted right now. You read the message, you think about what it means, you decide how to respond, you write something, you edit it. That entire thinking loop can be structured. AI can read the message, understand the intent, categorize it, and generate a response based on rules that you define ahead of time. Not a random response, not something generic, something that actually fits your business, your tone, and your process. And once that's done, we move to the final step, which is output. This is where the action happens. The email gets drafted, the reply is ready to go, the task gets logged, a follow-up gets scheduled, and in many cases, it can even send automatically or be ready for you to approve in seconds. Now, instead of spending 5 or 10 minutes on every message, you're spending a few seconds reviewing and moving on. That's the difference between working in your business and operating your business. And when you start stacking these systems across everything you do, email, lead follow-up, customer responses, content creation, that's when the real shift happens because you're no longer the one doing the work. You're the one designing how the work gets done. Now, to be clear, this doesn't replace your judgment. You still decide what matters. You still control the outcomes, but you stop wasting time on things that don't require you. And that's where most small business owners get stuck. They think they need more time or better tools or more effort, but what they actually need is a system. Because once the system is in place, the work doesn't pile up the same way anymore. It flows. Things get handled faster. Responses go out quicker. Leads don't sit there waiting. And you start to get your time back without sacrificing quality. If you're still doing everything manually right now, you're not behind. You just haven't built the system yet. And once you do, you'll realize how much of your day was never necessary in the first place. If you want the exact prompts and structure behind this, it's in the free guide below.